Hi there, here's the Asus ProArt StudioBook and it comes with 16-inch OLED display. This laptop is designed for creative pros. Now, apart from maxed out specs, which we shall come to in just a moment, the biggest USP of this laptop is the Asus Dial. It's basically a rotatory control next to the keyboard which takes productivity to the next level. It works with apps like Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro and even the Chrome browser. It's powered by the i9 12th generation Intel chipset, NVIDIA 3070 Ti graphic card, 32GB RAM, 1TB SSD, which makes this even a very capable gaming machine. But still, I won't call this a gaming laptop and there are some reasons for that. Don't worry, we'll talk in detail in this video, the pros and the cons, so you can decide if you should buy this laptop or not. This is your friend Tech Singh. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with the built-in design. So it comes in a matte black color with ProArt written in bold on the lid. Now this is a military grade laptop and it weighs about 2.4 kilograms and you can definitely feel the heft. The lid can open just with one hand and that's really good. The best part is that the hinge doesn't wobble. It's really firm and nice. There are air vents on the sides for fans to dissipate the heat. Talking about the ports, from the left, one USB-A port 3.2, power input port, HDMI 2.1 port and two Thunderbolt 4 ports. Then on the right you have the Ethernet input, then another USB-A 3.2, then you have a 3.5mm headphone jack and an SD Express 7.0 card reader. Now this laptop comes with HDMI 2.1 port that supports output of 8K at 120Hz, which is amazing. Then the USB-C Thunderbolt ports support display out as well as power delivery. However, keep in mind that charging this laptop with the USB-C port will be really slow. Also, it won't provide peak performance. Really nice of Asus to add a fast SD card slot. It's great for video editors and creators. Coming to the keyboard. Well, it's a full-size backlit chiclet keyboard with num keys on the right. And these come really handy while punching numbers, especially if you're working on spreadsheets. Now, even though it has good 1.4mm key travel, I found the keys to be too cramped. It did take some time getting used to it and still I won't rate this as the best typing experience either. You have to really extend your hands further while typing and the dial below could accidentally get pressed as well. The trackpad, however, is really nice, designed for pros. Physical 3-tap buttons that are super responsive. Swiping gestures and scrolling works flawlessly. Alright, coming to the display. The variant we have comes with a 16-inch 4K OLED display with a resolution of 3840 by 2400 pixels. Yes, that's a 4K display on a laptop. This is a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, which is ideal for media consumption and wider, bigger workspace. The colors are jaw-dropping vibrant with perfect deep blacks. It supports 100% DCI-P3 color gamut, which means better coverage. By the way, this 4K display is a delight to view your favorite movies and videos. Thanks to an OLED display, the blacks are pitch dark and the colors really pop. The built-in Harmon Kardon speakers truly add to the experience. They're loud, they're clear and produce really rich audio. I can easily say this laptop has one of the best speakers.
Your peace, a good death, only comes after.
Coming back to the display, the text and icon, every detail is super crisp on this 4K display. Wallpapers look absolutely stunning. Now most of us have seen 4K TVs, but let's not forget, 4K TVs we view from a distance of 6 to 8 feet. Here is a 4K laptop you're sitting right in front of. Trust me, the clarity is super impressive. It's like if you're working on a large Photoshop file and even if you zoom in, it still remains so sharp. But there's a downer. This 4K OLED display supports only 60Hz. Now, don't get me wrong, it's perfectly fine for most workflow. Like we used it for Microsoft Office, for Photoshop, for Premiere Pro, and in those scenarios, we really don't need higher refresh rate. However, I think 120Hz would have just been perfect. Now, considering this comes with NVIDIA 3070 Ti graphic card, you can play almost any game that you throw at it. But remember, the display is limited to 60Hz. But again, the simple solution is that you can connect an external 8K 120Hz monitor and take full advantage of it. Now the reason I think Asus decided to stick to 60 Hz on this variant is because it's not a gaming laptop. It's designed keeping creators in mind. Coming to the best part of this laptop, the Asus Dial. Now when pressed on the home page, you can turn it and change the brightness and volume right away. It's really precise and super easy to use. When in the Photoshop app, you can select the brushes, the thickness, the opacity. It's genuinely so handy. It works for video editing in Premiere Pro as well. Basically, the dial gives you shortcuts which helps you speeden your workflow. You can further customize it from the ProArt Creator Hub app. This comes pre-installed. Click here to see the list of apps it supports by default. And further below, you can also add apps, like I'm just adding Chrome. And now in the Chrome app, I can zoom on the page instantly. Then in second option, I can cycle through all the open tabs. Can you imagine how convenient this is? And the third one is for YouTube. Here you can scrub ahead and back on the timeline. You can change the playback speed. You can adjust the subtitles. Wow, the amount of control this little dial adds is unlimited. What more? Well, you can add or remove and custom set functions too. Super duper impressive. On the dashboard, you can adjust the fan profile, CPU load, memory, storage use, and so much more. Then this laptop also comes with built-in Alexa. And one setup, you can say the magic word, ask it for the weather, ask it general trivia questions, ask it to play the music of your choice, control your smart home devices, and so much more. Just actually like an Alexa speaker. But remember, the app has to be running in background, only then the commands will be registered. The notebook also comes with an HD webcam, which is going to assist you for your online meetings. There's a physical lens shutter if privacy is your concern. The video quality is pretty decent as long as there is good amount of light. There's minimum noise and it does the job. The built-in microphones come with noise cancellation for clear audio during meetings. Alright, coming to the hardware. So it's full throttle. 12th generation Intel i9 12900H chipset comes with 14 cores and 20 threads. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Ti graphic card, 32GB LPDDR5 RAM, 1TB NVMe PCIe 4.0 performance SSD. I'm sure you know all those specs means it's a powerhouse. But there are some benchmarks here that we ran. Geekbench 5, we got 1867 on single core and 13887 with multi-core. That's amazing. Moving to Cinebench R23, we got 17400. Wow, that's so good. Then PC Mark 10 and we got 7496. Also worth mentioning, check out the rendering and visualization score. This is so impressive. Then here's 3D Mark Firestrike score, 22412. It's a legendary score. And finally, 3D Mark Time Spy, where we got 10082. It comes with Windows 11 out of the box, and we extensively use this machine for basic routine work like Microsoft Office, to surfing the web with multiple tabs, to editing images on Photoshop, and even editing a 4K video on Premiere Pro. Works like a breeze. Rendering speeds are phenomenal, and yes, undoubtedly the fans kicked in with quite audible fan noise, but I didn't have any experience of throttling or lag at all. We also played games like Valorant where every frame was crystal. Best part, the detail on the 4K display made it so much more immersive. Here's Counter-Strike. Trust me, gaming is super fun on this beast. However, the only con being it's limited to 60 Hz. Coming to the battery, so it comes with 90 watt-hour battery that should last for about 5 to 6 hours with typical use. However, with gaming and pro workflow, it will be a lot lesser. Also, you guys already know, if you're using this laptop, you need to plug it into the power source to get the best performance. 240 watt charging brick, and yes, it's actually a brick, and it comes with a 16 ampere plug, which won't go into your regular power points. They're usually the ones we use for air conditioners or refrigerators, so keep that in mind. Alright, coming to the price. So this i9 variant with RTX 3070 Ti, OLED display, 32GB RAM and 1TB SSD is priced at 2,57,000. Yes, it's pricey. Remember, this is a creator professional machine and the Asus Dial is one of the most unique features which truly takes the experience to the next level. The only con for me would be lack of a 120Hz display. Rest, it's a powerhouse for work and pleasure. I'll leave the links of the Asus ProArt StudioBook in the description. If you'd like to buy one, you should definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.